After Benjamin Šeško really said no to all the clubs that were interested in him, every club that was interested in him has gone ahead to obviously make a decision on who their next target is going to be here onto the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where you're watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. Borussia Dortmund have parted ways with Terzic, the manager that took them to the Champions League finale, and I'm going to be really playing you the message or reading you the message of Terzic. And Morata has come out and spoken out to everyone who is saying that he is really going to be sold because the side of Atletico Madrid is really in search of very many other people or players that play in his position. Smash the like button close to 300 times plus, and don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit how many subscribers? We want to hit 22,000 subscribers in a nick of time. Hope you guys are really having fun and know exactly how things are really going on. Muslims, it's a Barak Laufikum, and tomorrow it's a Juma Karim. Hope you guys flock your religious places from where you play from. Those are mosques in there. Now, let's obviously see who Arsenal is really looking in for and see how things are really going to be pan out. Arsenal could now reignite or rekindle their interest in signing Zirkzee, who has £34 million release clause, although he's also being heavily tracked by AC Milan. Interest from Arsenal in Alexandria Isak and Victor Gyökeres has dwindled due to the massive fees it would take to sign them. Now, Arsenal is set to reignite their interest in Zirkzee because he was that kind of striker that they were looking at, and they had all gone in for Benjamin Šeško. And when they went in for Benjamin Šeško was like, I'm going to stay at RB Leipzig. However much you are going to have to put beautiful proposals onto the mix, I'm really going to stay onto this side and I'm going nowhere. That is Benjamin Šeško. Now, the other option that is cheaper is Zirkzee. He's 23-year-old Dutch international, and he has gone ahead to obviously score very many goals. 1.63 meters tall, meaning that he's a very beautiful striker that you'd want obviously watch play into for this side of Arsenal. You know, Arsenal, I think, don't want to spend huge on the centre forward because they know they're having a Kai Havertz who went ahead to score 13 goals last season, and he could obviously get 20 provided he starts well the next season. And if at all you are asked, do you think Kai Havertz is going to really score 20 goals in the Premier League next season if at all he's being played as a centre forward for Arsenal throughout the season? Do you know what my answer will be? I'll tell you yes, he's going to really score them because he started to score more goals at the beginning of this calendar year, and I just get to know that when he comes in through, all is really going to be on as all is going to be well. And when I looked at guys, tomorrow is 14th, you know, the Heroes are starting tomorrow, right? And I think Premier League fixture release date, it's 18th June. We are 5 days away from knowing the release date of the fixtures, and I'll let you know that when they come in through. I'll come in and tell you that that man might even have 10 goals in his first 10 Premier League games. That is Kai Havertz, because scoring a brace looked like it's something easy for him, and a hat-trick can also come in through easily for the side of Kai Havertz. So Arsenal are like, we shouldn't go in for strikers like Gyökeres because they're really expensive and they come in with a huge amount of money for their agents and salaries, even the sign-on fees. Now, even after that, they would be like, we should get in a striker who is really cheap but of quality and a raw diamond that can be polished by Mikel Arteta to obviously turn him into a better striker. And that's what they are doing with Zirkzee. Now, we all know that AC Milan has been leading the race to sign Zirkzee. And Fabrizio Romano has said they've been working on this deal for a very, very, very long time. And it's not going to be by surprise that they've going to have to find the best option you know, to obviously take it and trigger it. You know, he has a release clause of £34 million, and those are peanuts for the side of Arsenal, because if you can sell Nketiah for 34, 35, you just obviously connect that money to Bologna and get in Joshua Zirkzee. And Manchester United has also gone ahead to make an inquiry, as Fabrice has just gone ahead obviously tell us right now on playback. So we wait to see how Arsenal really gets into this race and see whether the player will be moved by Arsenal, Man United lining up for him to obviously get to get his signature, because it's really hugely needed in there for you. So Joshua Zirkzee is a very good striker, and there is something that's going to develop that is going to really make a very huge change into this transfer of Joshua Zirkzee. Apart from Benjamin Šeško saying that he's not leaving the side of RB Leipzig, there is a huge factor that has going to come in through. This man has going to be called up for the England national team to play in the Euros after Brobbey went ahead to get an injury. You get? And that really turns everything around, you know? Unless otherwise, AC Milan pulls out the deal of Joshua Zirkzee as soon as possible, but teams are going to come in through and obviously hijack it, as he was planning to be in America to obviously take a holiday. Now he has to take part into the training sessions of Netherlands and obviously be playing in Germany. And every team that wants to get this player would have gone ahead to want to see to it that the player goes ahead to sign before the Euros start, and that is tomorrow. But it's late, and we don't know what AC Milan is going to be doing, because teams like Arsenal and Man United are really charging up for this striker, and they really want to go huge or big for his signature. That is Joshua Zirkzee. So wait and see how that pans out. But AC Milan are leading the race. But in this game of transfers, hijacking deals is always something usual, you know, and clubs with bigger reputations might obviously come and sweep in. But AC Milan have an advantage. They've been working on this deal ever since this year started, right? And they've always wanted to see to it that this player comes in through to play for the side of AC Milan, and the player also still wants to stay in Italy. That is it. So we wait and see how that pans out. But even Fabrizio Romano coming out and obviously putting in a shift for the side of even Zlatan Ibrahimovic coming out and putting in a shift onto the side of AC Milan, that they want to keep this and they want to bring him in, and he's a very good striker. You might really see Zirkzee crossing to that side, and even Erik ten Hag getting affirmation that he's going to be the manager of Manchester United for the next 3 or more years. Might obviously see him get hold of that phone and call Joshua Zirkzee, and he's like, you are my fellow Dutchman, I know you want to play football, I'm going to really get you enough minutes. Rasmus Højlund is here, he cannot play every game, we are going to be playing in 4 tournaments, and there is no way you're going to miss out onto game time. If Rasmus Højlund starts these games, you'll start the others. You understand? So it's really going to be tricky, and we might be here and Arteta might be like, why don't we go in for Joshua Zirkzee? You get? So that is what is happening around this guy, and I know to it that a lot of news is going to be floating in. So we wait and see whether Arsenal will make the Joshua Zirkzee U-turn, because they had moved out of the deal and obviously looked at Benjamin Šeško, and who want Joshua Zirkzee look at that as Arsenal being so betraying that instead of obviously concentrating on him, they really pulled out of the deal and went to obviously talk to Benjamin Šeško, and they went even to make a proposal. But I tell you, teams like Arsenal and Man United having better aspects, you get, and they're having better income status. They can get him a deal that the agent will be like, let's go to these teams. So we wait and see what results are going to pan out from there, and see how the financial impact will obviously come in through. But the player fancies to stay at Italy, or in Italy, but we don't exactly how everything is really going to go on to the levels where they deserve to be. So that is Joshua Zirkzee in there for you, and we wait to see how he's really going to come out and obviously put in that shift in there. Now, Alvaro Morata has come out and said, I see on the press that Atletico Madrid want to sign 8 strikers. I'll be clear. It looks like I'm not the priority of the club. I'll turn 32 in October. I can't stay at Atleti and not play, not being the priority, he said. So he's like sending a message to Atleti that you are linked to Mason Greenwood, you are linked to very many people, the Queeners of this world, and very many other strikers all over the world. And if you don't want me here, let me know, and I really leave, because I'm not willing to be playing for a team where I'm not a priority. You know, Alvaro Morata is that well-talented person, but the problem with him is that he doesn't kill off his chances. That's the hugest problem I've gonna hate to find in him. He doesn't kill off the chances. You know, he creates space for himself. He has every attribute that you would want a striker to have, but he doesn't score chances. That is the problem of Alvaro Morata, and he's really one of that guy that is going to hate to play for high-rated clubs, but he doesn't really score those chances. That's my problem with him. But he's a very good striker, a very good striker. And for Atletico Madrid, they're like, you've grown 32 years of age, and we are leaving you to get another striker. And I think they're right to obviously prepare for the next time without this guy. But Alvaro Morata is like, I don't want to be that striker that is not a priority. If I'm not a priority, better tell me and I leave. And I know why he's really saying all this, because he knows to it that if he goes to a side that he's not a priority there, he might lose out his spot for Spain in the World Cup of 2026, because in the Euro squad is there, but the World Cup of 2026, he's looking forward to that, and he's like sending them a message in advance early enough that if I'm not a priority, then better put me on the market, and I task my agent to look for me a team that is going to give me enough playing time. So that is it coming in through from Alvaro Morata. And guess what? He has a case, because even Antonio Griezmann is 30 plus. You get? But even for Antonio Griezmann, they are looking in for Andreas Pereira to sign him from Fulham to go and play for Atletico Madrid. You understand? And if at all he's sold, Man United will have a sell on percentage of 20%. So that is it for the guy, and wait to see how things are really going to pan out. And lastly, let's talk about Edin Terzic. Having gonna hit, obviously taken the Champions League finals, that is Borussia Dortmund, he has finally gonna hate to part ways with them. He has said, dear Borussians, even though it hurts me brutally, right now I would like to inform you that I'll be leaving Borussia Dortmund today. It was a huge honor to lead this club to a DFB Cup victory, and most recently to a Champions League final. Anyone who knows me knows the two hearts have been beating in my chest during this decision, making progress over the past few weeks. But even after intensive discussions, my best feeling has not changed. So he has gonna hit, obviously say bye-bye to the people, to the fans of Borussia Dortmund, and I think it's a decision that was made not because this manager is not competent, but because the manager was really tasking them, I think the management, obviously get him more and more and more that he felt the club couldn't get, because I think it was like telling them, sign Jadon Sancho on a permanent, get in Mason Greenwood, get in Ian Maatsen, you get? And Borussia Dortmund is not that kind of team, because their budget to spend in this summer transfer window is only 75 million euros. And for Jadon Sancho only, he goes for like 55, you get? 52 million euros. You get? Mason Greenwood, he goes for 50. Only those two are 100. When you put on Ian Maatsen, 140 million euros, and Borussia Dortmund we're like, we can't go that far. We can't go that far, please. And I think that's what is going to have to cause what we call conflict in between the board of Borussia Dortmund and the side of the manager. And the manager is like, if I had better players, I would have gone ahead to obviously win the Champions League. And or if I keep these players, we stand a very huge chance to see to it that we compete well in the Champions League next season. That is, I think, his call. And I think they failed to obviously find a common ground. And they were like, let's obviously leave. Let's quit and see everything really goes on as we've gone ahead to agree on it. So wish Terzic a very good future, but he's a very good manager and good at grooming players. If at all you saw how he really turned Ian Maatsen as a left back, yet at Chelsea he was being played as a central attack midfielder, right? He's really one of a kind. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Go into the comment section, tell me your thoughts about Arsenal make Zirkzee transfer U-turn. What do you make about it? Secondly, throw in those lines onto Alvaro Morata's stance and threat he has gone ahead to say to the board of Atletico Madrid. And what do you make about Terzic, the manager of Borussia Dortmund, that took them to the Champions League finale, that saw himself sacked or really part ways with Borussia Dortmund today? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Second video of the day. More is yet to come. Thomas Partey is Thomas Parteying, and I'm going to be coming in here to obviously tell you my thoughts about it. And the preview, Germany versus the team they're opening up with, the Euros tomorrow, 14th. We are going to be here to bring you the best. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, 300 likes plus. Don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit 22,000 subscribers. Bye-bye.